My name's Zio, and remember when I said that I don't think anyone at Square Enix has the balls to touch Chrono Trigger? Well, I might be wrong here. Team Asano put out a survey the other day about what games people would like to see remade or remastered, and of course a lot of people have been saying Chrono Trigger. We'll wrap back around to that in a minute, but first a little history lesson, or rather two of them, and then we'll talk about the implications of a potential Chrono remake. For starters, what is Chrono Trigger? I know a good chunk of my audience is RPG fans. Chrono Trigger was the brainchild of Hironobu Sakaguchi, the father of Final Fantasy, alongside Yuji Horii, the creator of Dragon Quest, and renowned manga artist Akira Toriyama. A trio that would come to be known as the Dream Team. Computer graphics were an emerging trend at the time, and the trio sat down to discuss making something that no one had ever done before. Chrono Trigger was released in March of 1995 in Japan, and in August that year for North American fans. The game went on to become one of Square's most beloved titles of that era, and still remains a fan favorite to this day. If you were to look at anyone's top 10 favorite RPG lists, Chrono Trigger is usually in the top 3, and this isn't without good reason. It had beautiful graphics that pushed the hardware to its limits, an incredible soundtrack, a likable cast, and a great story. And to this day, it remains one of the best executions of a story based on time travel, not just in a game, but any form of media. Who is Team Asano, and what's their claim to fame? Team Asano was established in 2017 as Square Enix's business division 11. Team Asano is led by a guy named, Asano. Tomoya Asano to be specific. Asano began his career at Enix in 2001 before they merged with Square. I'll make a video about that one of these days. He served as producer for a few popular titles at Square Enix like Bravely Default, Octopath Traveler, to name a few. Team Asano was also responsible for the incredible Dragon Quest HD 2D Remake trilogy. I highly recommend those, by the way. They're also releasing a brand new action RPG called The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales in June. And of course, bet your ass I'll be playing and streaming that. So about that Team Asano survey, there's a big discussion about this over on Reset Era. A post by John Harker has generated a lot of buzz. Apparently this guy's a well-known leaker and his track record is about 50-50. In that post he says, the Chrono stuff's already in dev though. Let's ask for something else, like opening back up Triangle Strategy 2, or a legit sequel to Final Fantasy Tactics. Nothing else was said here. So I'm not sure how I'd feel about Chrono Trigger being remade. As someone who grew up in the era when that game was released, I think that magic would be damn near impossible to recapture. You definitely had to be there to really appreciate that era. The internet was still very much in its nascent years, and most information was made available by magazines. I remember ogling the screenshots of Chrono Trigger in Nintendo Power's Epic Center column back in the day. When I finally got the game for Christmas that year, I was completely blown away. Everything about it just sucked me in, from the characters, to the art style, to the music, to the world. Even though I knew some things about the game thanks to Nintendo Power, it didn't matter. I was experiencing it for myself. I did manage to beat the game before it was time to go back to school after the winter break was over. Now, let's say the stuff about the Chrono stuff being in development was true. This would be no small task, no matter how they approach it. Whichever studio had this Herculean project would certainly have their work cut out for them. They'd have to take the utmost care here because they know this is such a beloved game. And they know a lot of people have wanted to see it remade or remastered in some form. So here's what I'd do if I were in charge of that project. For starters, I'd bring in Yuji Horii and whoever else was on that project back in the day. You know, really listen to Horii-san and the others. Get a strong idea for their thought processes back in the day. Then I'd do my damnedest to act on the information that was presented to me. Let's be real here. Let's keep it $150 here. There ain't a soul alive that can recapture that magic from that era, because it's over. It's done. There will never be another Yuji Horii. There will never be another Hironobu Sakaguchi. And there for damn sure it will never be another Akira Toriyama. That's not to say that there aren't people who could competently carry on their legacies. So, out of all the teams that have worked on older Square Enix games, like Gem Drops, Zine, and of course Team Asano, I feel like Team Asano is best equipped to handle any kind of Chrono Trigger project. And for fuck's sake, please, 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 please keep the fucking goddamn mental patient SJWDEI feminazi activists off of this project. Please do this for Toriyama-sensei and the rest of us. So, what do you guys think? What would you want to see in a Chrono Trigger remake or remaster? You know how much I love chopping it up with you guys in the comments section and on the streams. Come on by and hang out sometime. We'd love to have you. We talk about this kind of stuff all the time. Anyway, that's a wrap. I hope you have a blessed day. And remember, to thy notes all be true. Until next time, farewell.